Hi, for those of you who don't know me, I am Melissa Zipper. I teach a variety of classes at Reedsville Middle and High School, or junior high and high school. To make things a little easier this year, even though we will be in person, I did create a Google site. In order to help you navigate through that site, I am including this video, which I can kind of show you through the different parts of the site, what's important for parents, what's important for students. This is kind of going to be the landing page. So students will come to this in the morning. There'll be links to Google Classroom with assignments on there, but there may also be assignments on here. So this is the home page. You can see that I have a little Bitmoji. And the welcome video is what I'm making right now. So this will be how you get to see this. Then it does have links to 7th grade science, which I'll be teaching the entire year. Foods and nutrition, which I'll be teaching first and third quarters, I believe. I will have junior high food and consumer science, which will be the entire year. They'll each have me, like there's 2 groups of 7th grade, 2 groups of 8th grade. They'll each have me for a quarter. And then I do teach on your own, which is basically about learning how to adult. In order, if you have to email me, the easy way is to just click on the email Mrs. Zipper. It will pop up. There'll be a pre-formulated email all ready to go with my email address on there. You'll have to create your own subject, and then it says, "Hello, Mrs. Zipper," and you can put your message there and then your name down here. So a very quick, easy way to get in contact with me, to email me so you don't have to search it. Social media, if any of you have Instagram, TikTok, or Twitter, I am on all of them. I don't have any content yet because I plan on doing that as the school year goes on. So each of these is, you can click on it and you get to my Instagram and things like that. TikTok as well. I don't make any dancing videos, but I will be using it in the foods classes this year because I know a lot of the kids like TikTok. So hopefully they'll want to watch. Okay, so let me go back to my home screen, which that's how you do that. Okay, so let's say I want to go to 7th grade science. I can click here or I can click up on top. Actually, before I do that, let me go into some of these things. The important information is for both students and parents. Sometimes it's nice to know about me. A lot of the students have had me already as a teacher because I did teach a lot of them in 5th, 6th, or 7th grade, depending on what I taught. I think this is my 13th year teaching at Reedsville School District. I was guidance counselor, then went back to school to become a teacher. So this year I'll be teaching 7th grade social studies and 7th through 12th. Sometimes they're called FACE, sometimes they're FACS. Parents may know them as home ec classes. So I am excited to start a new role, a little nervous with how the year is going to go. But just my educational background, I do have a master's degree in educational counseling, which does come in handy. And this is just my family, places I've been. Things like that. So if you want to get to know me a little better, there's some information. The grading policy, grades will consist of daily work, participation, quizzes, exams, labs, and classroom projects. In foods class, I still make things and I fail miserably. So if yours doesn't turn out, that doesn't mean you're going to get a failing grade. Now, if you didn't follow the recipe or you're goofing around in lab, that would reduce your score. So I do offer second chance. So this is how you get to that. There's a second chance form that the students will have to click on. This is the high school grading scale. The middle school, I believe, will be different. We just don't have that information yet. So I will update that when I get that. This is just my other grading info, just talking about if you miss a lab that you'll have to make it up because labs are really important, especially in foods. If a student misses the class for band or choir or something like that, this is how they will have to make up those things, and it's their responsibility. These are my classroom policies. I'm not going to go through them because I'll go through them with your students. So just my general policies, like just general, like be nice, be respectful, be on time. I do have to have special kitchen lab policies and science lab policies, so those are there. I am expecting parents to fill out a form saying that they did read it. I'll go through that in a minute. This helpful links is, this would take you to the school website, so you just click on there and it brings you right to the landing page for the website. It's linking. So yeah, this is the Reidsville school website. Navigate through there is pretty simple. District, schools, and then different family information. Okay, back to here. PowerSchool, checking grades. So students can check the grades anytime. I believe they should all have access to their grades. So you can just come on here, or they can come on here, click PowerSchool and get that information. Here's just the student handbook. This I think will be very beneficial to parents. It teaches you basically how to do everything. So depending on, hopefully we can stay in person all year. In case we don't, this is just kind of a how-to, and there's a bunch of different tutorials on here. So I thought that was very beneficial. Even as a teacher, I found it very beneficial. Social media, that just is the link from before. These are forms. The students will have to fill out the policy form, basically just understanding they read the rules. The parents, this form is for the foods class, the On Your Own, and the junior high FACE. Down here is for the science. So 7th grade science parents will have to fill this out. 7th grade parents, you'll have to fill out both eventually. So if you wanted to do that right away, you could. Pictures. This is where I'll post pictures of the different classes. I may have links to different each different class in the future. I just am not that far yet. Schedules. This is what the schedule will be like for the students. So this is the junior high schedule. They do have an 8-period day, which can be a long day, I guess. When they're used to having hour-long classes, and now they'll be like 44 minutes, I think they are. 9th and 10th, not sure why I did 9 and 10, 11 and 12, because they're all the same schedule. So that just kind of tells you if you're wondering where your student is during the day. Okay, so now I could go back to home. And I'm going to click on the foods and nutrition because I think I have that first lesson done. So this just kind of gives you a general idea about the foods and nutrition class. So kind of what, I didn't do a syllabus. Instead of doing a syllabus, I'm just posting it all here. So this just kind of tells you the different topics that we'll be talking about. Kind of talks a little bit about how this year is different. Students won't be able to cook in groups of larger than 2. And even at that, they're still going to have to social distance. It might be a little tricky, but we're going to try to make it work. I do have a large number of students in my foods class, so we'll make it work though. These are so also on here we have kitchen procedures, so you can click on the link and it brings you to a food lab checklist. So basically just things they'll have to do when they're before the lab, after the lab, during the lab. It seems like a lot, but a lot of it is just common sense stuff when you're cooking. So that's to get to that. On each of the different subjects, so there'll be a Google Classroom link. So if I'm the food and nutrition one, I can click on this Google Classroom and it will take me to the food and nutrition Google Classroom. So here's where the stream is. I don't use the stream a lot unless there's special announcements, but the stream kind of like things get lost there. The classwork works much easier. Those of you who did distance learning with me last year have used the classwork part. So here, normally you will see, I'm trying to think what class I did that for. I think this one. You will see, so each one will have a daily announcements and information. So this is where I'll post daily work, just so that it stays at the top. And then each of the topics will be below. So there'll be assignments posted in here. So I could actually go into here. Oops, I don't want to do that. I can create maybe just a question. So I can just, how was your day? And the students can, so I'm not going to have any points. I can have a due date, and then I can have it go under whatever topic. So I'm just going to put it under there. Usually I don't allow them to reply to each other or edit their answers. And now my little screen's in the way. So I can ask, and then it will show up on right here. So how was your day? They can click on that, view the question. Theirs is obviously going to look a little bit different than mine does. So there'll be a space for them to write their answer in there. And then they can just hit turn it in. So that's kind of Google Classroom. We'll go through a lot more with how to use Google Classroom. My weekly agenda is pretty user-friendly, I think. So it kind of just talks about what the week is going to be like. So on Monday, obviously, we don't have school. Tuesday, we'll have an alternate schedule because only the 7th through 9th grade will be here. Wednesday, I'm going to go through how to use the website with the students. Their assignment is this Netflix activity. I may need to make a change. Okay, so they'll have to make a copy of it, and then they can edit it. It's not going to affect my copy, but I realize I have the wrong Netflix assignment under, because this isn't for science. Oh, so I have it, you know why? Because I'm in the science one. Okay, so that'll link them to that Netflix activity. So they'll just have to fill this out. There'll be different slides that they'll know what to do. On Thursday, there'll be a digital scavenger hunt, so they can just click on that link. It'll bring them right to the scavenger hunt. So this is just going to take them through my website, different apps that we'll use and things like that, so that they can become familiar with it, those things. Let me go back to foods and nutrition. The next one is, actually I can go back to the weekly agenda. Okay, there's nothing else to click on there. Some of the other ones have some forms to fill out, but that one I don't. Okay, so Flipgrid, they will have a, Flipgrid is just like an app, I guess, kind of like an app. It allows them to record a video response. There are times where kids don't want to do that. I do allow them to type their answers if they prefer. I don't have any topics in there. There will be a topic when they go and do this assignment, so that they have something to say or something to do. Okay, then here we're going to have Unit 1. They're going to have to make a copy. They'll have to make a copy every time they do like the interactive notebooks or the assignments, because otherwise when they edit it, it edits it for everyone. And obviously we don't want that. So this is just kind of their digital notebook. So it'll have variety, different things. The first day they have to decorate it and decorate their table or their desk or whatever. Then there are this is like goals. This is like one word that they want to describe their year. And it just kind of goes through all the different things that we're going to do for the first unit when we talk about food safety and food illnesses. Talks about kitchen safety. We'll go into more detail about the sanitizing and stuff like that. So I think that's pretty much it for the site. You can click through. Each of them has pretty much the same thing. It will bring you to that unit. There are times where I won't have that unit on Google on here because I'll have the links to the worksheets and stuff on Google Classroom. I do plan on not using paper this year if possible. If your student does work better, if you're a student and you do work better on paper, I will print the copies for you, but I am trying to get away from as many paper copies as possible. Many reasons for that. So we'll see how that works. But yeah, so this video will be here and hopefully you can watch it and hopefully it helps. If you have any questions, feel free to email me with a little email link. And that is all I have. Thank you for watching.